What do you think? Does that hat look... No hat. Okay. All right. We're rolling. Sorry. Howdy, friends, and welcome to The Average J. It is time for No Tag Tuesday. I said it wrong last week. I said, oh, it's Tag Tuesday, but we're doing it different. No, it is No Tag Tuesday. So the normal group goes ahead and does the questions, and I failed horribly last week because I also failed to put the questions in the description of the video. I know. So Michelle and I, as you can tell, we're not in our house. We are coming to you from Texas again. Mm-hmm. So we did a tag last week, the questions from our daughter Stephanie's house, and Stephanie and Josh took part, and unfortunately Michelle leaves to go back to New Jersey tomorrow. Boo. But she's ready. I mean, it's tough, you know. Gavin was sick part of the week, you know, and it made it a little difficult. It was so good to see him. So I drove 6 hours down last night, had dinner with all of them. We went out to dinner, and he was so cute eating. I just love watching him eat.
Insert the picture.
Oh, okay. I'll insert the picture of us all eating, dinner. Right? Yeah, put that here. So it was 6 hours down. Then Michelle and I left Stephanie's, drove about 30 miles, and stayed at a hotel. It was raining, and we weren't about to try to, drive, because we take the back roads because I-35 is really busy and crowded, so we take the back roads, plus it's scenic. So
a lot of neat stuff.
Yeah, so we drove today the 6 hours back to my base, and so I'm in my room at the base, and I gave Michelle the big tour. She had never been, I've been down here for 2 months, and hasn't seen anything, so she got to see it. And then tomorrow, the airport is literally 10 minute drive from here.
You can see it.
You can see it from, if you look out my door, you can see the airport, because it shares the runway with my base. So little 2-terminal airport, but then she'll fly from there to Dallas and then back to Philadelphia. All by herself. Michelle's never traveled by herself through an airport.
I might be obnoxious and asking all the airport employees, where do I go?
Yeah. She'll walk. Excuse me, where's gate E14? It's down that way.
Huh? It's pleasant down that way, too.
That's funny. Wasn't he pointing the other way?
Of course, people do go both ways.
She'll go to the next gate. Where's E14? Yeah. Where's one of them little golf carts to have you drive you? So, anyway, we're getting very much off topic here. I am so sorry. But the whole point of a Tuesday tag is to get to know us. So, and this tag, the questions came from Kim at a girl on her phone. And, again, all the what's the word I'm thinking of? Holy crap, I can't think of the participants.
Okay.
All the participants' channels will be listed down below, as will the questions. I'll remember this time, I promise. But thank you, Kim, for putting the questions together. And it's a just in case you're new here tag.
Okay.
Some of these questions are questions that have been asked in previous tags, but in case people didn't watch everybody's videos from like early on, or in case people joined late, these are questions that were probably done early on. So we will get started. Number 1, do you have any pets and can you show them?
Okay. You can take this one.
Well, yeah, because I guess it's a common answer. We have the same. So we have 2 cats. We have Chunk and Data, and I will put pictures of them here. And they, believe it or not, as different as they look, they are brothers from the same litter.
Yes, they are.
They came out of the same mommy at the same time.
Yep.
And Data looks like a part tiger, part cheetah, because he has spots under his belly, but he's striped on top. And Chunk is and he's short haired.
Right.
And Chunk is a medium-haired tuxedo.
Mm-hmm.
So they're both boys. And
But we learned something new 4 years ago that they're brothers, the same litter, but they could have two different dads.
yeah, it's possible for a female cat to carry kittens from two different males if it's real close together that they interact, and that's why they can be that different.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew that. That came from the shelter had told us that.
Yeah.
And the reason that their names are Chunk and Data was they were from a litter that had enough to each one be named after a character from the Goonies. Yeah. So there was Mikey and Mouth and, Steph and all. Mm-hmm. So they had all of them, but we got Chunk and Data. Mm-hmm. So that's what our cats are. So they're 4 years old. We've had them for 4 years. Mm-hmm. Then we have Arthas. And we call him Artie. Mm-hmm. But Arthas is named after a character from World of Warcraft, Arthas Menethil. So,
your favorite game.
My favorite game. And Artie is 3 years old. He'll be 4 in April, I think. He'll be 4. So they're all about the same age. So the cats came home first. They were from the shelter. They were buy one, get one free. So we always called Data GO for get one. Because Michelle originally wanted Chunk because she wanted a longer hair cat. And the people at the shelter had called us when they got one in, and they said, we have this whole litter. And so they said, it's buy one, get one. Mm-hmm. Plus it's half off of, normally it was $40. Yeah. So, but they were running half off. So it was $20 for 2 kitty cats that were brothers. And so Data is our Geo.
Yep.
That's the only pets we currently have. Oh, well, the chickens. The chickens are like pets.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, the chickens are like pets, especially like Ruby. She's a Buff Orpington.
Yeah.
She's probably Michelle's favorite, between her and Emmy, which stands for Emerald, because all of our Buff Orpingtons are named after like stones or rocks. We have
jewels,
or jewels. Yeah. Well, coral. Coral's not a precious gem.
No,
it's not a precious, but we have.
Okay, get technical. Okay.
We have coral, Emmy, which is emerald, sapphire, ruby, and onyx died. Mm-hmm. That was sad. And then we have amber. Amber's still in there too. So, but the one that died was onyx.
What was Amber?
Oh no! I am so sorry. Amber died, and Onyx is still with us. Oh my god, it's been a long day. It's like late at night after driving all over the state of Texas. Yeah. So, all right, number 2. What jobs or careers have you had, and what do you do now? Oh well, you can go ahead. We'll start with what you've done.
Okay, what I've done. I've done waitressing, anything to do in the hotel. I worked at a Holiday Inn. Since I was on the farm, on the farm.
You got to start with the farm jobs.
Farms, yeah. Every summer since I was like 12, I worked on farms in the summertime, mostly packing cherry tomatoes. And then high school, they opened up a Holiday Inn in the next town over, and I worked as a bus girl, waitress, banquet waitress. 1 year I worked in the kitchen doing the prep work for the salad bar and pantry. They call it the pantry help. Then I started working in warehouse factory work. So there was a factory right across the street from my house, and I worked for Teledyne Packaging. They made a lot of plastic items. Then it was a little bit of time off there. I worked at McDonald's when we first got married.
Yeah.
And then it was a lot of time off. I stayed home with the kids, and then I worked at 9 West.
No. You worked at another Italian affair.
Oh,
the
when I was
Italian
pregnant.
restaurant.
Yes. Pregnant with Brittany.
Yes.
A waitress at a pizza parlor. And then that was the whole time off.
Yeah.
Stayed home with the kids, and then I worked at 9 West for about a year. Then
the warehouse, not the store.
Yeah. And then another big span of time, didn't work, stayed home with the kids, and now I work at Amazon.
And she doesn't even tell some of the best parts. So
then it would be like an hour-long Tuesday tag.
I know. It's probably going to be long enough as it is. Please bear with us. So, and by the way, I'm wearing my Alabama shirt. By the time this video goes up, one of two things is going to happen. They'll have either won the national championship and I'm celebrating, or they have lost and maybe I'll have to like cover up the shirt. I don't know. But so Michelle worked at Teledyne Packaging. They made plastic things. Well, one of the things they made was toothpaste tubes. And they made toothpaste for AAFES, which is Army and Air Force Exchange Service. Michelle knew about AAFES before I did, and I'm the military member. So she actually knew about AAFES. That was the one. Then the other thing, yes, she works for Amazon. But Michelle worked at Amazon before. Yeah, you didn't want this story coming out.
Oh, it's fine.
So, like, was it last year or 2 years ago?
Try 4.
Oh, it was 4 years ago. Wow, that was a while ago. So
4
I
years.
didn't even realize it was that long. But Michelle thought she was ready to go back to work, and she went. And I took her on the first day, and when I picked her up, she was crying. She's bawling her eyes out that she hated it, just crying.
Oh,
So then I said, look, maybe it's just the first day. Let's give it another day. Took her to the second day, picked her up, crying. Please don't make me go back there. So she got 2 whole days in there,
and the third day I quit.
Then the third day she quit. So, but what made it different this time was they were 12-hour shifts, or 10 or 12, 10-hour shifts. It was 10-hour shifts, and it was full time. Michelle was looking to get back in part time. So what she does now is it's called flex, and she can basically pick her schedule. On Friday, she picks the next week's schedule, and she can pick as many or as little shifts as she wants. She's obligated to 4 hours a week to be able to keep working there. She works about 20 hours a week usually. You're about 20 hours a week. 18 to 20 hours.
Give or take, like last week. No.
Well, you were on vacation last week, silly. But I've seen her, put in, close to 30 on a week. We remember we worked them doubles, like, she picks 2. But anyway, so it's a lot different situation. Plus, it's an Amazon facility that's only 3 miles from her house. The other one was like, 15 or more minute ride, like almost 20-minute ride. So makes a difference. So for me, jobs I have pretty much wasted my time answering yours. But I started on a farm, and I've worked. I think I've worked at like 20 different places.
What a cute little fella you got there.
Thank you.
How old is he?
He's 4.
Ah, 4 years old, eh?
Hey, look at that.
Ah, what does he do?
What does he do?
For a living, his job. What's his job?
He's a 4-year-old little boy. He doesn't have a job.
4 years old and doesn't have a job? Why, when I was your age, I had a paper route, a Kool-Aid stand, I mowed the lawn, I was a delivery boy, a babysitter, I worked in a coal mine, all while I was simultaneously in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade. You better get a job before it's too late, boy. Give me back my heart, you lazy lima bean.
I'm not going to list all of them. I worked in food service. I worked in, I think one of the most interesting things that I ever did was, I was a lifeguard. That was a lot of fun. Was when I worked at the school as a janitor for a little bit of time.
Okay.
And then later on, I wound up coming back as a substitute teacher. That was kind of weird.
There you
go. But what do I do now? Right now, I am a supply chain planner. I'm a distribution requirements planner for a chemical company, agricultural chemical company, and a member of the Air National Guard. And that's what I'm currently doing now. Well, actually, I'm doing both jobs right now. So, all right. So I kept mine short. Number 3, name something embarrassing that has happened to you. Oh, I'm going to tell you this one right now. When I was a kid, I went to a friend's birthday party. And when the party was done, one of the other kids that was at the party, I didn't know, they had the exact same type of car that we had, and I thought it was my parents picking me up, and I went and I opened the door and looked in. It's not my folks. And oh my God, it was so embarrassing. So anyway, I still remember that.
I don't think I knew about this.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't read any of these questions ahead of time. So name something embarrassing that's happened to you.
Okay, well, I could name a million of them.
I thought you were going to say when you left out of America's Best.
Oh, I tripped down the curb. My new glasses, I'm pretty sure it was these.
Yeah.
They were my new glasses, and I missed the curb.
Brand new glasses, they're working real good. She didn't even see the curb. She just bent down like a sack of potatoes.
You look back, and you're like,
I was like, what happened?
You're right. I'm like, I got up, I'm like, okay.
Yep.
But,
oh my God.
I don't know.
What else?
My dancing school acrobat class.
Oh.
I was doing a back bend. I think I mentioned this one before.
You've mentioned this in a previous.
Yeah. And I tooted.
She passed some gas right in the middle. All right.
I always remember that.
If you could live anywhere at all, where would it be? I would say down south on a homestead. It can be anywhere down south between Florida and Alabama. Some place that's close enough that it's not, 1,000-mile drive to Disney World. Some place where I can be there within the same day, the same business hours, But it has to be a homestead. Like I want, enough acres that, the big garden and the animals, a cow and a pig and everything, and a goat. We saw a lot of goats today. But,
So, but we should go through with these road trips that we've been taking where we don't want to live.
Don't want to live in Northern Virginia. Forget that. We'll never, ever, ever go to Northern Virginia. No. And my Uncle Craig lives in Northern Virginia. I don't know how he does it. Uncle Craig, if you watch this, God bless you. Because I don't know how you do it.
Texas?
I could never live in Texas. No. We said Oklahoma. Nope. Never could live in Oklahoma. Mm-mm. So, we cut a few things out. Yeah. I could probably go anywhere where they have Casey's coffee. I love Casey's coffee. But so what about you?
I'm with you.
You're with me. That's what I thought.
Down south, The only thing is it's the insect thing that kind of, creeps me out.
Or like right now, if you walk out of the house, if I need to go out in the yard, I don't need to put on like snake-proof boots or anything. There's nothing in my yard that's going to like bite me or anything. Although we did one time have a big snapping turtle.
We did.
In the yard. That could bite your toe off if you're not looking. So, anyhow. All right. Do you see the glasses half empty or half full?
Half full.
Half full. Michelle and I are optimists. There's not even a need to...
I'm a pretty positive person.
Yeah, we are. Probably too positive. We kind of count on that glass being half full.
But there is some times where we do talk to each other and I point out some of the negative side and you're like, oh yeah, I guess I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I kind of bring it down a bit.
You do. But that's
like now,
good.
Flying by myself. Yeah. I'm bringing them down.
I know, and I'm like, would you just stop? Anyway. You're definitely glass half empty on the travel.
Yeah.
But every other thing. Where were you raised and where do you live now? Well, I was raised and I literally live, I'm going to insert a picture right here. This is my house. This is my house I grew up in. You can see they almost back up to each other.
Mm-hmm. I'm about the 2 towns over. I think Logan and then Swedesboro.
Yeah, Swedesboro.
So yeah, I grew up 2 towns over. I think I knew his sister.
Yeah,
working at the Holiday Inn before I knew him.
Yeah. But we're both Jersey born and bred. Yeah. But the thing is people that aren't from New Jersey don't understand that New Jersey is 2 separate, North Jersey and South Jersey. We're not North Jersey, yo, what's up? No, we're South Jersey, and go through some parts of South Jersey and you'll think you're just out in the country. You're like Salem County.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
So it's a lot of there's a reason it's called the Garden State, and that's because of South Jersey. So, all right. Are you afraid of snakes? Oh, I just mentioned snakes. No, I'm not afraid of snakes because, matter of fact, when I was a kid, it's a shame I'm out on the road. Otherwise, I could find the picture. But I have a picture of myself, like when I was like 7 years old, like holding a snake, and I took it as like a show and tell to school. I remember in the Boy Scouts one time they had a thing at Boy Scout Camp Roosevelt, called the Critter Crawl, and that was where they make a circle. It was like rope, and everybody put whatever kind of animal or critter they found during the week of camp in the center. Whatever one makes it out first wins. And like kids usually had turtles or frogs or whatever. And one time I saw a snake. I'm like, how could that not win the Critter Crawl?
Right?
And I saw a snake and I just grabbed him, and he turned and he bit me. And I mean, I held on to him. I wasn't going to not hold on to him,
because I wanted to win that
Critter Crawl. Well, anyway, so I took it down to the first aid station because I didn't recognize what kind it was. I had it was some kind of brown snake. And in that area, there could be, in New Jersey, we have one type of poisonous snake. I think it's a water moccasin.
Okay.
And the dark brownness of it, and I did find it near water. I wasn't sure. And these jerks in the first aid station. Now, mind you, I'm like a 10-year-old kid. I'm a 10-year-old kid, or 11, whatever. I might have been 11, something like that. Anyway, I'm young, and they're like, oh God, it's poisonous. And I'm like freaking out.
Oh my God, that's mean.
Yeah, but here's the worst part. They didn't realize that I wanted that snake for the critter crawl. They let it go. Yeah, I know. I've gotten bit by a lot of snakes, actually. The black rat snake, I got bit by one of those in a field one time. I tried to pick it up. I should stop trying to pick up snakes.
So obviously you're not afraid.
I'm not afraid of them, but they always bite me. And I remember being at your grandmother's house on the farm one time, and
big black snake.
Oh man, it just rolled right by where we were sitting, just like hello.
Yeah.
You know, Uncle John went and got it and put it out in the field, but
yeah. So am I afraid of them? I don't like them.
You're startled by them when you first see them,
right? Because we've had garter snakes at home, and you know you see it, you're like, oh, and you're like, I go and get the shovel.
Yeah. Michelle's not as kind to the snakes. No. I don't like that she does that, but oh well. All right. Oh, and one time walking past an azalea bush at my father's house, there was one sunning itself on top of the azalea bush, and it was just cool out. I'm like, ooh, he didn't strike. I lucked out there. Do you have any siblings, and where do you fall in line? I have one older sister, my sister Sheila, and she's 2.5 years older than me. So I fall in the hierarchy lower.
Okay. So I'm one of 3. I am a middle child.
Jan Brady.
Yes. Oh, Jan.
Oh, Jan.
Sure, Jan.
But my brother's the oldest, and my sister's the youngest, but we're all a year apart.
Yeah.
So my mom was quite busy with diapers for quite some time.
Can't even imagine.
But she was all done at one time, too.
That's true.
You know, we were all close together, so yeah.
Did you attend college, and what was your major, and did you graduate? Yes, I did. I went to Glassboro State College. I want to insert a picture right here of me and my sweatshirt. That sweatshirt was hard to find because it's not called Glassboro State anymore. It was Glassboro State College when I went there, and then due to, I don't even know, buyouts, I'll say, when somebody has enough money, you can get anything done. But then it was named Rowan College of New Jersey after Henry Rowan, who donated just oodles of money to the college. And then eventually, I guess they got enough volumes and majors and everything that now it's Rowan University. I mean,
oh, and
it's grown substantially.
Glassboro's.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like the same school. I mean, there's a couple buildings that are the same when I went there, but and I did graduate, and my major was speech communications. I started out my college career at Rutgers in electrical engineering, and realized my brain ain't that smart.
Oh.
Give a lot of credit to them engineers with all the math. I'm not saying I'm not smart. I'm saying
I was just going to say math, he's smart, but I think you're probably young.
It's the math part, and I think that's kind of what got to me. So there's a reason they invented calculators. So
okay, so mine's a big fat no. No college, then no.
School hard knocks.
Yes.
And last question: have you ever played sports, either team or individual?
Okay. Up until about 16, yes. I did dancing school. I did softball. Mostly just... I tried basketball, but I'm only 4'11", so that was kind of short-lived.
She's 4'10". Do not let anybody say anything else. She's like 4'10" and a quarter, and she takes that quarter and raises it up to 4'11". She's 4'10".
I think I may be shrinking as I'm getting older, but so yeah, up till 16 I did sports, but after that, no.
Did you say why?
No, I didn't say why.
She had a medical issue, had surgery,
and
on
my back,
and on her back, and she. It's not like she didn't want to. She couldn't.
I did want to.
Yeah. So anyway, and now she can outrun me any day of the week. It's funny. She'll go. She does her runs and everything. And goes.
It's not a run.
She'll leave out in the morning, and she's gone for like an hour. She'll walk up to the track that's at the school.
Yeah.
That's a mile away.
Yeah.
She'll walk up there. Then she'll do however much around. Jogging, and then she'll walk home.
Yeah.
But so. And then me, I played sports almost my whole life, different sports, and I was never like the best at them, but I always had fun at them, you know, and I always gave my all. So
You're
I've done
cross country.
Yeah, cross country was fun.
Yeah.
We had a good team.
Because Joni's
you know?
son does cross.
Yeah, that's right. Joan from Joan's Point of Play, her son does cross country, and so I get where the love of it is, you know. But I did that. I did track and field. I did pole vault, which is weird.
Yeah.
I did the pole vault, and that is kind of scary. I have a big scar on my knee because I went up one time and didn't quite make it over, and everything came crashing down. Like this metal pole hit my leg, and it hurt. So, but I tried football one year and realized that when you're smaller than everybody else, it hurts. You know. So
Sure.
I'll never forget. There was this one game. It was against Woodbury, and I went around the end, and this kid, running back, came from I don't even know where he came from, and hit me so hard, like I was just on the ground.
Aw.
I'll never forget that, like, ow, you know. And I wrestled. I wrestled as a little kid and didn't take it serious, and only did it for like a little bit of time. And you know, I wish I would have taken it more seriously. And then when I got to high school, because we have a real good program. Yeah, it's one of the most nationally known programs, like one of only 3 programs in the nation with 1,000 wins. It's you know, consistently ranked.
We're
you
a
know,
big deal.
It's a big deal, yeah, and we still follow it very closely, you know.
Yeah,
and,
before COVID, I mean, we didn't have kids in wrestling in the
No.
program, but we would still go to the
we
matches.
still went to most of the matches,
Yeah.
even if they're away matches, not even the home matches.
Yeah.
We drive to go watch them. So it's always been a sport I like. You know, played baseball growing up as a kid, but I stopped playing baseball when I got in high school because that was when I went to track and field. So.
Okay.
And I used to play golf,
Yeah.
and then I just got tired of it. And I the only thing I do golf wise now is like if we go to Top Golf, and you don't have to be a golfer to go to Top Golf. I mean, to have a good time, you know. So anyway, that's it. So that is our No Tag Tuesday. Thank you very much for. I'm sorry, this took a long time. This is like 25 minutes. I am so sorry. You know, I hope you fast forward through whatever you wanted to. You know, and so we are in the summary, the end game. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe. I really do appreciate every time you hit that little like button, notifications, whatever, you know, thumbs up. And if you want to, if you're not a part of the group, go ahead and, if you do videos, answer the questions, post them, and let somebody know. Let me know, or any of the others, you know, and we'll include you if you want to be included weekly. So, but by the time this posts, Michelle will be back in New Jersey, and I'll be coming home in about another week or so, and then I'll be home for good. And then hopefully I'll be able to do some actual real videos. So I'm going to do some cooking. Going to do some. I got 2 new aprons. I got 2. I got one from Bucky's. I love Bucky's. And I got one from our friend Roy over at Recipes with Roy. And so I'll be wearing both of those as I do some. I told Michelle I'm going to actually try to make a brisket.
Yeah.
Anyway, that has nothing to do with this tag, so we'll get to that on another time. But thank you very much for watching, and have a great night.